Hello Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, and welcome to my channel. My name is Mucha. So Virgo, today we're going to go over your energy as well as your person's energies. With all that being said, let's get started.
And we have the Page of Swords. So the Ace of Swords, it's that sharp blade that the hand is holding, and the hand is coming out from the universe right to you. And if you look, the sword is piercing the crown. So this is a card that is telling you, an illustration that's telling you to focus on your thinking, to focus on your ideas, your approaches, your strategies to life. You know, all the things that require us to consider, to contemplate, to create. You know, we start with our mind. And so here is the power of this sword, which is to inform, to communicate, to transform through ideas and through clarity. And so these are things to think about for Thursday, which is that if you are presenting at the office or having to do public speaking, this is a nod to speaking clearly and with authority. Or if you are been brainstorming ideas, you could be problem solving for different strategies to things that you're dealing with. This is really taking advantage of your smarts and using your smarts to the best possible way to help you. And so aces are gifts or blessings from the universe. So this is, again, it's just telling you to focus on the thinking of the situations that you're involved in. Your thinking. You might want to even think about and consider how other people are thinking about it, because when we listen to other ideas, then it can provoke new thought. So whether you are thinking of new ways to generate income, to improve your career, to improve relationships, if you're working on communication skills or those dynamics, the Ace of Swords brings sharpness, it brings focus, and I would say directed energy as well. And again, the sword is very sharp, and so it has to be used with care, just as our words and our ideas as well need to be brought forth with care. So a very interesting and wonderful card for Thursday. Then we have the Nine of Cups. And so we see the man here sitting, arms crossed, looks pleased with his situation, sitting below the 9 full cups. So this is a card about appreciating what you have created, what you've built, the abundance within your life, the prosperity, perhaps a secure foundation. But it really is a sense of taking comfort and taking delight in what you have. The thing to think about is that if we put too much delight in things and material items, we may lose sight of what's important down the line, because we also have to focus on creating the comfort and the delight through spirituality and through kindness and compassion. But with the Nine of Cups, we often say it's a wish card. And this wish card is about making a wish that it comes true for what you're hoping for. There are many blessings within this card. Blessings of prosperity, blessings of comfort and enjoying your comforts. So then we swing back to sword energy. And we see the young page here kind of looking over his shoulder. He has his sword raised. There are gray clouds in the background. The wind is blowing his hair back. And so there's always a couple ways that I think about the Page of Swords. One, it's again, pages are youthful energy with a desire to gain more experiences relative to their suit. To swords, which is about intellectual process. It's about mental, it's about logical thinking and reasoning, evaluating facts as they are before making decisions, and maybe setting aside more of the emotional standpoint. So with the Page of Swords, here we get a sense that he's looking over his shoulder, that he may be learning or may be appreciating that not every path is easy. And you're going to face troubles, you're going to face struggles, you're going to face being denied or rejected. And you have to be wise and you have to be smart in how you handle these things. You also, again, have to develop your own strategies that help you cope. And so this page could be responding to perceived threats, perhaps, or is responding to just thinking that I need to be aware of things. I need to be ready to handle these things. But it certainly has to do with, again, the thinking aspect of discussions, philosophical discussions, of reasoning through problems or coming up with solutions and bringing them forth. So a Thursday could be a day where you are, you may not sit down and say, hey, I'm going to be thinking about things today, but you might find yourself where you're really analyzing and evaluating a scenario or a decision to be made and applying these skills of knowing your facts, looking at the pros and cons perhaps before deciding. And again, I always get a sense here that it's, being ready for whatever may come your way. He looks like he's in a position that he's ready to take care of business and to take care of things. So the sword energy is big for Thursday. Ideas, process, facts, sharpness of thought, clarity, to bring clarity, to look at when you're looking clearly at the facts of the matter, you're really looking at the truth of a matter. And so, this is about seeking truth and the honesty of the situation as well. So let's take a look at the numerology for Thursday. We have 1 and 9 is 10 and 11. So 11 is the master number. It's the master number of service. And that's about being altruistic, being generous, being kind and considerate and helpful to others, hopefully without the expectation that you're going to get something in return. It's really fulfilling and beautiful to be able to help someone else. And it doesn't have to be, you don't have to empty out your bank account. It could be offering to help someone, a neighbor, a relative, a friend in need. Whether you are listening on the phone or you're providing some type of transportation or something, there's so many ways to be of service. Reading a story to a child, to a young child, fostering the love of storytelling and the importance of reading. So it's a beautiful, beautiful number. And finally, to close the reading, I'm going to choose an oracle card and we'll get an idea of a little more information for the day. Life purpose. The purpose of your life is to serve in a way that brings you great joy to yourself and others. Don't worry about finding your purpose. Instead, focus upon serving a purpose, and then your purpose will serve you. Well, isn't that fabulous? And I love what that is saying, which is focus upon serving a purpose, and then your purpose will serve you. Beautiful sentiment, beautiful thought for Thursday. I hope that you have a wonderful Thursday. If you enjoyed this reading and if you're new to the channel, please subscribe, like, share, or comment. I thank you all for taking the time to watch. I'm very grateful, and I will see you tomorrow for another reading. Take care. Bye-bye.